Sri Lanka Prime Minister says he's willing to resign as protesters storm President's residence. Sri Lanka's Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe on Saturday said he was willing to resign and make way for an all-party government to take over, shortly after protesters reportedly breached his official residence in Colombo during demonstrations over the country's worsening economic crisis. To ensure the continuation of the government including the safety of all citizens, I accept the best recommendation of the party leaders today, to make way for an all-party government, Wickremesinghe wrote on Twitter. To facilitate this I will resign as Prime Minister. His statement came after a meeting of party leaders, held by Sri Lanka's Parliament Speaker, agreed to ask both the President and Prime Minister to resign per an overwhelming request, Sri Lankan lawmaker Rauff Hakeem tweeted on Saturday. Wickremesinghe has not yet submitted his letter of resignation to President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Anger reached unprecedented levels in the South Asian nation of 22 million on Saturday, as more than 100,000 people massed outside Rajapaksa's residence, calling for his resignation. Video broadcast on Sri Lankan television and on social media showed the protesters enter President's house Rajapaksa's office and residence in the commercial capital after breaking through security cordons placed by police. Images show demonstrators inside the building and hanging banners from the balcony, as well as swimming in the residence's pool. Rajapaksa is not at the site and has been moved elsewhere, security officials told CNN. It is unclear how many security personnel are present at the location. Protesters then also breached Wickremesinghe's official residence in Colombo, known as Temple Trees, according to local media reports, while video of protesters entering the gates to Wickremesinghe's residence circulated on social media on Saturday. Demonstrators also broke into Wickremesinghe's private residence, on 5th Lane, and set it on fire, according to his office. Live video streamed by local media and seen by CNN showed the residence engulfed in flames as crowds gathered at the scene. Wickremesinghe was not there at the time it was breached. He had been moved earlier to a secure location, his office said. If both Wickremesinghe and Rajapaksa resign, under the Sri Lankan constitution, the Speaker of Parliament will serve as acting president for a maximum of 30 days. Meanwhile, Parliament will elect a new president within 30 days from one of its members who will hold the office for the remaining 2 years of the current term. It is unclear how many security personnel are at the Sri Lankan leader's official residence, where more than 100,000 amassed outside, police said. At least 55 people have been injured in the protests, according to Dr. Pushpa Zoisa with the National Hospital of Sri Lanka, who said the figure included 3 people with gunshot wounds. Among those injured is a lawmaker from eastern Sri Lanka, she added. Earlier Saturday, Wickremesinghe called an emergency meeting of party leaders to discuss the current situation and come to a resolution, his office said. He also asked the Speaker of Parliament to summon MPs.